Okay, hey everybody, how y'all doing?
It's Judge Toller. Be quiet. Sit.
Today is the day.
I
I need a catchphrase for this. I need a catchphrase for the judge stuff. I feel like I needed to do like a to the slammer or something like that because I just know that whatever we're about to read, there's going to be a lot of slammers.
All of them.
I don't know if I want to stay monetized, so I don't know if we can say that unalive to all of them. Is that real though? Like
I think this is. I don't think YouTube is doing that. We saw the KKK and they were with that man.
Can you stop saying that? They're gonna say, okay, so you actually just can't say that in the first 15 seconds.
Oh.
I'm the one reading the terms and conditions behind the scenes, and they're going, okay, your channel is 3 seconds from being banned, and I go, oh,
crazy.
Anyway, so as you can tell, we are very excited today because we are finally doing a Did I Do a Lot episode, and spoiler alert, I know that you did a lot, and he knows you did a lot. So we're about to let everybody know involved.
Is not looking good at all.
At all. But first, Malik has something to say. Well, he's about to judge somebody real quick.
But first, also for any of the audio listeners, just to let you guys know, me and Darius are in costume. We are
full garbs.
Judge, we are in full garbs. If you want to deviate from your norm of audio and check that out on YouTube, you can. Now. I'm talking.
Wait, before you begin, sorry, I'm actually giving a look. Like I'm giving a little bit of a silver, very rompous bob, curl to the gods. I'm giving pearl head to toe. Glasses attached, mama. I just want everyone to know.
Grandmother, actually.
If she looks like this, she's eating.
Well.
So.
Okay, so I'm gonna read my first email. Let's start. So it's titled, the subject is just Malik with a heart. Okay. And it said, Malik, love you down, mama.
Okay.
But please, in all capital, for the love of God, let our good sis Darius finish his sentences. I didn't want to say anything because I know supporter mail can get irritating sometimes, but I can't take it anymore. I know it'll happen every once in a while. Because I'm looking at my right eye doing this. My right eye's over here, and my left eye's looking at the thing, so I can see what you're doing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I know it'll happen every once in a while, but you do it every episode, several times. I'm even starting to get anxiety when Darius talks because I know you have a machete waiting to cut him off. I promise I'm emailing this with love. Please don't block me. I absolutely love the pod.
Okay.
This is from Brandy.
Well, I would say machete's a bit much. Maybe a butter knife.
I would say a spork is what I would say.
Okay. What's really funny is that Malik and I don't know, this was so weird. We were texting, and I don't know if we both got the email at the same time, but we were both looking at it, and I said, this is very interesting, and I took a screenshot, and we both sent it to each other at the same time, and I said, I don't know if this is true. See, first of all, let me just show the juxtaposition. Last time when I got read and drugged through the mud,
no.
Malik said, yes, mama. He said yes, but I was like, you know what? Let me defend him, because I don't think he cuts me off at all, actually. At least I don't feel like it in the conversation, and I don't think he feels like it's either. We're just having a conversation. That's how it works. Let us know if you guys agree with this woman, Betty. But I don't think that he does that. So that's just me.
I don't need anybody to let us know. Okay? Because if you
know.
let me know, I'm going to start interrupting if you guys start doing a lot. Because the only thing, I think that it was, well, I presented it to him because I think I sent it. No, I think he sent it. He just sent a screenshot, and then I was already typing, do I actually do this? Because I genuinely wasn't realizing. She said I had a machete. Because I was saying if I did do that, that's a lot. Like, and I don't mean to do that. Also, I think there is a little bit of latency with our Wi-Fi.
That is what it is,
that's
too.
That's why I feel like it might, I don't know, but maybe, I don't know, because then another person said to me in the comments, it said, you know what I noticed? I noticed whenever Darius is talking, Malik is just sitting and just not saying anything.
Oh, yeah.
Just sitting there and doing this. So what am I doing? Am I interrupting, or am I sitting still looking off into the distance?
He said I can't be doing both.
Let me know. I can't. I want the facts.
I feel like I actually feel like I talk a lot, and it seems like it too, because when I'm editing, I can see the wavelengths of our like each individual mic, and mine is always just like there's more of my color than yours, but I think that's just because I'm speaking louder or something. But I always feel like I'm over talking, and I'm like, I need to let him talk. So I don't know. It is what it is. We're doing a podcast. It's hard to be figuring out all this stuff. I don't feel like he interrupts me. Whatever. And you hear both of our sides enough anyway. So let's get into the actual mama drama.
But thank you, Brandy. I'm glad that I'm not a cop. I'm not gonna block you. I appreciate you having a concern for Darius. So thanks.
She said, "Let our good sis talk." And you know what? Thank you, girl.
No.
Whatever Beyonce did when she was with Shabuzi, and she said, "Do you remember?" Thank you, girl. Anyway, so okay. I guess I'm going first with my email. So should we tell them the way we did it? Like, because we obviously want to have some sort of reaction and surprise. So I took a couple emails that I read through, and I picked a couple good ones. And then Malik also did the same. So I'm going to go first with one of my emails. I just read through it, and I will have you know that both of my emails, there were several sentences where I was gagged. Like, actually, had to stop reading, mouth on the ground gag. Okay. So I was like, okay.
And just
I didn't know the girls
were... really quickly, I don't know what he's saying and what he's going to say, and I don't know. He doesn't know my story.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. Yep. So we're both going in semi-blind. I guess I will do my... I'll do this one first. This is kind of the shorter one. And I'm not going to share any names or anything like that because I don't want to put anybody on blast. So is everybody ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is not necessarily, I wouldn't say this is a did I do a lot. This is just a really funny story. Okay. Is everybody ready? I don't know. I don't have a mic stand, so my gavel can't like hit anything. I don't know if that makes a weird noise. Whatever. All right. First of all, this woman said...
This shit sounded hollow. like it was 3D printed.
First of all, Malik knows my shit is hollow. Okay,
I didn't know it was hollow like that.
It's hollow, mama. This is a Fisher Price. This is a Fisher Price gavel. Okay, they. I don't know where I got this from. We spent a lot of money on these garbs, guys, and they gave me a hollow gavel that don't got no business being on this show. So, anyways, his stuff is real apparently, which is
I got mine from Judge Toller.
Anyways, whatever. Okay, so. This is, I don't know how much I can say because this is a deep story.
Scare me.
This is titled My First BJ Experience.
Okay.
Hallelujah. And I just don't know how much. This is a girl. This is a woman. She's a woman, mama. She's a woman. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to start reading and we'll see what happens. First, a little backstory. I'm a 37-year-old female who grew up in a very strict Hispanic Christian household. Are we following? Okay. So she's 37. She grew up in a very strict Hispanic Christian household. Her father was a pastor, so being a pastor's daughter came with a lot of flack. All right, so let me set the scene. It's circa 2004, and I'm currently 17 years old. Okay. I keep on getting notifications. I don't know if y'all can hear that, and it's bothering me. Okay. I'm gonna just turn on Do Not Disturb for 1 second. Sorry, that was bothering me. Okay. My parents were definitely very old school when it came to anything pertaining to sex. It was something that was never discussed or talked about, and if it was referred to as something you only do when you're married. Under no such circumstances should I be having sex if I was not married. This was heavily ingrained in me at a very young age. However, being a pastor's kid, in the end, came with its own set of challenges and traumas, which caused me to rebel. I didn't rebel in the normal way other parents or other pastors' kids would, like partying or drinking and doing drugs. My way of rebelling was having to do with sex before marriage. I was always extremely shy growing up and suffered from severe social anxiety, so public displays of rebelliousness weren't in my nature. I was in my first real relationship in the midst of this relationship, I'm trying hard to figure out how and who I was and what type of woman I wanted to be. Okay, this is kind of a long backstory, okay? The Christian influence is strong at this point, and I don't want to come off as an SULT. Why am I just like, I don't know what I could say. She doesn't want to be a slut mama. Okay. She doesn't want to be. She said, so at this point, she's 17, I think. She's 17. Obviously, now she's 37, so she's been 20 years. But to her boyfriend at the time, she doesn't want to come off as a slut. So she expresses to him that she has a distaste for oral intercourse. Okay, both giving and receiving. And I told him that he could forget of ever getting that from me. So she said, oral intercourse is off the charts. I'm not doing that. Okay.
All right.
So as time goes on, however, I become more and more comfortable with him. And it's not until after about a year into the relationship when we start to get really physical. We would often make out in random places all over the church.
Okay.
First slammer. Immediately. You're going to jail.
Okay.
Choice of setting. I don't know what pastor's kid all over the church is crazy. And you need to wrap it up. But whatever. Okay, so this is cute. Let me stop. Like I wasn't.
Like
I
if that
haven't.
wasn't a Netflix original, I would be like, okay, they're kind of eating.
Stop. They were by the stained glass doing their little canoodling. Anyways, okay, so they would be doing it all over the church. So now let me do a recap. She's 37 now, 17 before, Christian woman, making sure that she her boyfriend knows that she's not doing any of that. She not having none of that, right? But now things are getting a little bit more physical. She's feeling herself a little bit. And they're getting more touchy-feely around the church, okay? So she says sometimes when they would do this stuff around the church, they would even get caught. She said, "Oops, sorry, mom." she put that in
there.
She said, "Oops, sorry, mom." She didn't say "mwah," but she should have. Anyways, and then she said, although my parents were very strict, sometimes they would let me go to my boyfriend's, let's call him Johnny, she says, house after church to hang out with him if they knew his parents would be home. We would often sneak away to the basement of his apartment building and try to have sex in the laundry. I lost my place. In the laundry room. I say try because it took a few times to actually break my hymen. First of all, let's talk about it. Immediately to jail. Immediately. I don't know what that is. I don't know nothing about that. Do you know what a hymen is?
I know concepts of hymen.
I know about a Heimlich maneuver. I know about when you about to cough up something. I don't want to hear about no cherry blossom or whatever they call it. Isn't that what that is? It's a little piece of skin.
Cherry. Ew.
I know. I actually had a visceral, and this is no tea, no shade to the women. I'm sorry. I don't know.
We're going.
And the girls are like, okay, like this is the female anatomy. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I just don't have any experience with that, and I don't even know what that means. Like, can somebody let me know? I'm just really highly educated on this. Like, I know there's a little perforation of skin, and it tears or something, and it bleeds. So does that hurt?
I want to know, was she touching herself before this? Was she ever doing any like self?
I don't think so. I'm just assuming that she wasn't. She said she had a lot of church traumas, but I guess she did say she was like her way of rebelling was through sex. But how was she doing that if she wasn't really having it? Yeah. Maybe she was saying was having it this time. So whatever. Oh my God. So they had to try a few times, by the way. So let me just say that again. They had to try a few times because he wasn't breaking her hymen. Which, first of all, like how difficult is it to break a hymen?
And what does that mean? I'm sorry, I just don't know what that means. Like,
you have to
try. Oh, I've just moved.
You have to tear it.
What do you mean try?
You have to tear it.
Are you being serious? Is this real?
Yes, I think you have to rip it open. I think you have to bust it open
like
to the lights.
Blockage?
Yeah, I think it's a piece of like paper. Us being like the most uneducated,
apparently
gay men going. I don't know, but we're also gay, so I don't know what to tell you. Like I've never been near a hymen in my life. But anyways, I think it's a thin like piece of skin or some. Me saying this and I don't even know. Whatever. That's what I think it is. Okay. And it tears or rips or whatever, and that's you popping your cherry. I think that's what that is. Y'all let us know in the comments if we right. Anyways, okay, so during one of these occasions, I was feeling a bit feistier than normal, and decided I would go down on him. I had been dabbling with the idea for a while and knew he would love it. Oh, she knew she was gonna have that mouth, mama. She said she knew he was gonna love it. So during one of our intense makeout sessions, I softly pushed him away and I kneeled down in front of him while not breaking eye contact. First of all,
she kind of
she ate.
She did eat.
But her first time, she said, "I know what I'm doing." Okay. Where'd you learn that from?
Yeah.
To the slammer, because where do you know that from, huh? Because what have you been watching? That's what I want to know. You're supposed to be a pastor's child. I'm gonna say her
I keep
name.
on forgetting that she's a pastor's child.
She's a pastor's child, so this is very rebellious for her. Sorry,
Yeah.
let me get through it. Okay, so we're getting to the thick of it. So I softly pushed him away and I kneeled down in front of him while not breaking eye contact. In parentheses, she says, thinking this was such a sexy power move that would leave him speechless. And she was right.
Okay.
Little did I know, I would be the one with no words.
This foreshadowing?
You're not gonna guess what happens next. Okay.
Wait, she said that or you're saying that?
No. I'm saying that.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So she says, I slowly unbuckle his pants and take out his. And immediately, sirens go off in my head. Because the level of stench that was coming off of that thing was ungodly, to say the least. Okay. So this is one of the points where I paused. I had to pause for a second. Because I did scream. I don't know. I'm not even gonna hold you. I do know what that means. I know too well what that means. And maybe she said this because we've had a conversation like that before.
Yeah.
But she said that she's literally the adjective she used. I want to say it was ungodly. She's in a church, mama.
Ew. Wait, she's
in
a. I thought she was in.
I don't know. Oh wait. Maybe she's in the laundry room. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Whatever. Either way, she's a
Let's make her
she
in
knows.
the church.
Okay, well, she knows what godly is. So all she needs to know is that this was ungodly. She's been around godly things all her life. All right. So she said my nose hairs were singed. Gone. Okay. I was acting on pure adrenaline, and at this point, it was too late to turn back, and I sucked it up. To the slammer. She said I sucked it up. She said no pun intended. So she kind of ate that. She was like, I sucked it up. Like, I'm just going to suck it up. But then she sucked it up for real.
Literally.
Anyways,
this shouldn't have sucked the nigga for free.
And okay, so, and then she said I went through with the job. Okay. I never made him ejaculate. I don't know what words I can say. This is a graphic thing. I never made him ejaculate because I wasn't able to stand the horrific smell for long. But he very clearly enjoyed it anyway. Once I was finished, it was time for him to take me back to church. Okay, so they were in the laundry room and they were going to church. So that's how she knew it was ungodly. They weren't in a godly space. Anyways, however, when I got to the church and saw my mother, I don't know what came over me, but I was overcome with guilt and didn't know how to act. So I went to give my mom a kiss.
You're scaring me.
Like I hadn't seen her just 3 hours prior. So she's acting nervous. She doesn't know what to do. She's like, "Hey, mom, how you doing? I was just over at Johnny's house. We were in the, in his house with his parents or whatever." She had a little bit of, whatever, oral intercourse. She comes back. She feels guilty, so she's about to give her a kiss. All right. As soon as I come in for the kiss, my mom screams out while pushing me away and pinching her nose, going, "Oh my God, why do you smell like fish?"
Fish is crazy. Oh, this is really nasty.
I'm going to start gagging. She said I was so caught off guard that I panicked, and the only thing that I can think of to say was, "Oh yeah, they were frying fish at Johnny's house."
Oh my God.
I'm going to gag. Frying, this is already going to, I have a lot to say after. Anyways, and then she says, "I guess the smell got into my clothes." This is what she told her mom. She said, "I guess the smell got into my clothes." I don't know. Mom, this is your lip, mama. This is your upper lip. What do you mean?
This is really nasty.
I have never.
My toes are moving.
I have never seen or heard of a stench in penetrating a lip. That's what I want to know. Is what I want to know. Unless it's your own. Something your lip had been on something. Anyways, she said, "Kill me now." I ran to the bathroom faster than you could blink and about died of laughter and embarrassment all at the same time. Needless to say, it was not a pleasant experience, but definitely a memorable one. She said, I hope you and the rest of YouTube enjoyed my embarrassing moment and hope it wasn't too long. Love you guys. Keep up the great job with the podcast. Thank you so much to she who shall not be named.
Thank you,
But
more.
that literally had me gagged several times, no pun intended. With the hymen.
Oh my God,
first.
I forgot about the hymen. This has layers.
This has layers. The hymen, can we just we need to revisit the stench.
Okay.
Because we've talked about it. We talked about stench
this on our first episode, you guys, I think.
I didn't remember us talking about it, but I know we've had this. I mean, I didn't remember which episode it was, but I knew we had talked about it. So, what are your thoughts on men having stenches?
I think you can have a stench after you just got back from the gym. After you, yeah,
That's a little bit of a musk. I'm okay with a musk.
Okay, now I'm confused.
I'm okay.
I'm a little confused.
What are you confused about?
So, what do you mean by stench?
So, musk for me, that's a must. Like, oh, you went to the gym, you showered this morning.
Okay.
But you have a little bit of musk because it's been a day,
yes.
right? You maybe you worked out, maybe I like a little like we talked about before, mowing the lawn, a little musk, right? Yeah. When you tell me you have a stench, we're talking about an underlying issue,
like dirt and grime,
like something. This has been longer than a day's musk. This is a musk that's turned into a Smithsonian research level stench. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. And so a musk is fine. So when she said, okay, so here's the thing. We talked about this in the first episode. When I say stench, I'm talking about schmegma. I'm talking about peel back the skin. This hasn't been washed in over 3 months. Kind of, I just let the water drip down with the soap. Kind of, maybe I don't use any soap at all. I just let the water hit my legs and my toes. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking when you hear stench?
Okay, well, to me, I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. I'm not in the realm of
Right.
That's in my head. Before you would express that, I just am automatically thinking like, oh, they just are a little musty. Like I know how I smell after a little bit musty, but I'm not thinking this is a hygiene issue.
No. See, we're fundamentally different. Thinking about this in different ways. These men are dogs. These men are to the slammer. These men are dogs. I'm not. And I'm saying that from experience, and that's why I'm saying because like I don't know. You don't often. We don't have to get into it. Whatever. Our experiences are different, right? So I'm in vicinities where the girls sometimes aren't cleaning up, like the way they need to, right? And especially she didn't specify, but if they are uncircumcised, you can get some really really bad issues, and that's what I'm getting when she's saying stench. And also I want to say her choice of words. She specifically says fish. What person do you know?
Fish is this is where I'm confused because fish is very crazy.
Right. Which is why I'm saying like it has to be a stench. This is it's not a gym musk. A gym musk is like, okay, well, he smells like he hasn't showered in a day or something. Like, or maybe he went and did something today and he's got sweaty or whatever it is, right? A fish stench is a hygiene issue.
This is nasty.
Have
you ever smelled a stench? I can't remember.
Yeah, I've licked it. I've eaten it, mama.
Ew, that is so nasty. That is really nasty.
This is gonna make me gag too. She's bringing up my traumas now. Anyways, so I had a little cod.
Okay. God, it's crazy.
I've had a little tilapia.
Disgusting. Okay, but these are grown men. Like,
well, she was 17, so he's like high school still, I'm sure.
Okay,
but
I don't think I was smelling like cod in high school.
I wasn't either. I don't think either. But like I don't know. Maybe I was. Maybe I was smelling like a little bit of tuna. I don't know. But I don't think that I was either. Now the issue is that I think that men mostly never grow out of this. I'm saying not all men. Let me stop. There are probably men who do grow out of it, but I think that there's a lot of men who are not. They're not. Men are just.
That girl aren't saying anything.
Maybe that's true. I just don't. I just think that men are not self-aware though. You can be, but you have to be self-aware. That's the thing though. You know, no one has to tell women things because they know.
I don't know. Do you remember? Did I send you that one podcast clip and the guy said that they were pulling back their foreskin and a rock came out? Do you remember that?
No, a rock is crazy.
Okay, but like, how would you not? Because he said that he never knew that you had to do that. And the other guy was going, "What was that?"
But what do you mean you never knew?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think because obviously, well, not obviously,
Well,
but
we're in the United States, so
yeah. But
yeah.
I never have had to put back any foreskin. I'm trying to think if nobody told me that, would I think that I would have to? I don't
I
know.
don't care. I don't
But
know or
how would you
care.
know?
I
If
just
I'm like,
think
because I'm assuming we do the same thing where you're down there and you're watching you doing that, which is probably what they were doing too. But then I wouldn't. I don't know if I would know to be like, have to pull back.
I don't know. I don't know, but I just think what it is like I don't know. I think it's a lot of problems because obviously on the flip side, this girl and me too. I bet she didn't tell him that he smelled like fish, and I didn't. I don't often say that either because it's like an uncomfortable situation. You're like obviously trying to be in the mood, and it completely shatters the mood if you're like, why am I smelling tilapia and fried? Why does it smell like a fish fry? Like is Lent coming up? What did they do that fried fish fry before Lent? What is it? I don't know. Like, why does it smell like whatever? Jesus is coming back with loaves of bread and fish while I'm doing this, and you don't want to break the mood and say that, right? So I understand why you wouldn't say it in the situation, but then it's like then they get away with it because they're not down there smelling it themselves. But this is honestly why probably half of the men are like, I don't want you to come and kiss me after you do that to me because they know they stuff stank.
Do people say that? I always thought it was like,
Yes.
I'm not gay. That's gay.
Well, yeah. No,
Okay,
that's what I think it
I
is
don't know
that.
which was worse.
I think both of them are terrible. If you know your stuff stank and you don't want to taste it in your own mouth, but you let the person doing it to you taste it, you're diabolical. To the slammer.
Very immediately. That's very rude.
Because I don't
to all of them. Immediately.
I don't know what is going through your mind if you think that that's okay. But then it's like, how do we let men? And I'm always saying men because you have to exempt us. I'm sorry. Gay men are just are fundamentally different. Like we just go through different experiences in life.
You're doing things with gay men and they are stinking. So
I am. But I think that that's my fault for only thinking about people on my side of the gay camp. I'm thinking about the people who are participating in fellatio. Okay, I know my way around. I understand that you need to clean. If you're uncircumcised, you got to pull it back, right? But then like I feel like men get away with too much where we just don't want to tell them. Like why aren't we learning that in sexual education? Like, hey, pull back your skin if you're uncircumcised. Wash under there. There's something called schmegma.
Maybe we did. I don't remember what we were learning about in sex.
Well, I don't have to deal with that, but I don't know. Kimberly?
When I was younger, I just let the water run down there, if I'm being honest and transparent.
Oh.
But see, I grew out of that.
Interesting. Okay,
Do
so
you know
what is an
how?
acceptable age to grow out of it?
Probably 15. You just start getting a lot. Like you used to be able to run around and do all these things. You weren't stinking and smelling, and then you had to be like, "Oh, I need to start putting on deodorant.
Right.
I need to start doing this. I need to start doing that." I would say
Right,
15 is when you need to like start. 15. I'll give you even 15 to 16 is when you need to start getting your shit together. You're maybe starting to be more sexually active. You're starting to get hit on these puberty things. I think that's the time. But you're a grown adult. Well, I'm saying not that girl, but like in general,
grown enough
adults. That's a little unacceptable to not be cleaning behind your foreskin at 22, at 30, at any of these ages.
Just think about all of the years, and we're in 2025, that women have had to do things with men who haven't cleaned up properly.
I don't know. That's nasty. I wouldn't be doing anything to anybody. I guess you can fuck me, and I'll end up with a yeast infection afterwards. But
no, that caught
me
off guard.
I'm not putting my mouth next to it at all because that's nasty.
But the thing is that once you get down there, the fish taste goes away and it starts tasting like chicken.
Chicken of the sea is crazy.
At one point, it becomes a JJ Fish and chicken. You might as well eat
pickle breaded Popeyes. during my hookup.
Can you stop?
Sorry, I can't.
That's
That's really nasty.
I don't know. All I know is that somebody needs to let them know. Honestly, I'm blaming the parents. Stop telling your kids to abstain because they're not going to, and then you just have poor women like this who end up, doing whatever they're gonna do. And she's probably a fine, nice, wonderful lady now. She's 37. She's still grown. She's still kicking. So she went through this, but she had a horrible, traumatic experience with a boy who didn't know how to wash under his foreskin, all because of boy moms and boy dads don't tell their kids, hey, if you're gonna be doing anything, you need to clean up and wash under your foreskin and get this smegma out of there. Not that you have to say, look at it, like, get this. That's crazy. It sounded like I was saying you're there doing a demonstration. You don't have to do that, but you got to let them know to wash. I don't know. Get a doll.
If you decide to not circumcise your child, then you got to let them know how to take care of that.
That's the T.
You can't just
if you decide
I didn't uncircumcise them.
Right. If you decide that you're not going to do that and you want to be like a whatever it is, I don't have a really opinion on uncircumcised or not or whatever. But if you're going to be like, I'm not doing that to my child, what you also not need to do is make sure that they're not inflicting pain on their nearest victims with fish and tilapia. That's what you need to figure out. Anyways, all right. Well, I'm done with mine. I'll let you go to yours. That was just the one. I guess that's the one I'm going to read because we spent a half hour on it. I don't know.
Well, what's their sentence? We have to give them a sentence.
Oh, she didn't do anything. That poor girl. She needs to take it. She needs to be the prosecutor. She needs to get a lawyer. Lawyer up, mama.
Okay, well, I sentenced that man to. I hope he's having a happy life now, I guess. But also back then he was dirty and he should have cleaned himself. And please, I hope that he's not still nasty and gross. And he's 37. He should be better. That's my sentence.
Okay, well, my verdict is if he. Let me think. I'm trying to be nice. He was a juvenile. I'm gonna keep that in mind. He was a juvenile. I'm assuming he was barely a juvenile. Yeah, he might be trying as an adult. I don't know. I was thinking, okay, but let's just say I'm gonna be nice. Okay, this is our first episode. I'm gonna judge him as a juvenile. All right, he was a juvenile at the time. I'm gonna give him 50 hours of community service. But I'm telling you right now, it's been 20 years. If he's a repeat offender, to the slammer immediately. Okay, and I don't want to hear it. Let me just make sure you heard that. I wanted you to hear it. Okay? To the slammer immediately. And I want to make sure that he is under the jail cell if he has inflicted that kind of anything on any woman past the age of, if he was 19, I'm giving him to 19. After 19, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out.
A little strict.
It's been 18 years, so he's better gotten it together. Okay. Anyways, that's his sentence. 50 hours of community service for a first offense.
Okay.
Next caller.
Okay, all rise. So this is. Can I see?
Am I supposed to do like a? So help me God. I don't know.
No, that's what this person.
What do they do in judge proceedings? I don't know what they do.
I don't know. Why do they say all rise? Do you actually?
They got to rise. Yeah.
Oh, who? Oh, who is you? Why do I?
I'm the judge, mama. It's Judge Toller to you. It's Judge Toller.
Judge Toller.
Well, she actually wanted them to sit down, not rise up.
She wanted them to sit down.
She said, "Sit down." Okay, so we all risen, fallen, and whatever did the Judge Mo, whatever. Okay, let's go to the proceedings.
Okay, so this is from Jace. I'm gonna say his name. And Jace is saying, "Did I do the most? Catfishing, lies, and big disappointment." Okay.
Okay. Hey, this is the title.
Yeah, that's the title. Hey, Malik and Darius. Now, I already know y'all are about to read me to filth. This is a little long, too. Okay. Now, I already know y'all are about to read me to filth, but I don't even care. I was doing the absolute most. And honestly, I stand by it. So they're pleading guilty. Already.
Okay.
They're pleading guilty.
Noted. Let me write that down.
So boom. I see this fine-ass man on TikTok. Let's call him Jason. When I tell y'all he was pretty, like the type to make you pause mid-scroll, he has over 200K on TikTok, but then I found out he was one of those colorist, only hyping up Hispanic and Asian girls. Wait.
Sorry, I'm just going to... sorry, were you talking for a long time after? Sorry. Let me just say this. I am I hear about 75% of every sentence. I don't know if anybody else is like that. Oh. So I really am... No. That I'm not saying this from a technical issue. I'm saying my brain can only comprehend 75% of every sentence. So when I'm trying to make sure I get the story right. So if I'm interrupting, it's because I want to make sure we're on the same page. So this man, his name is Jace. Okay, is he black? I don't know. Can we assume?
I don't know.
So we don't know. Did he say his age? I couldn't remember.
No.
Okay, whatever. So Jace, he's all I've gotten so far is that he's scrolling. He see another guy named Jason, right? Jason?
Yes, Jason.
So Jason is this guy. He's really attractive. He's gay. He has 200 some thousand followers.
He's not gay.
Oh, he's not gay. He's not gay. They're gonna be like, this is annoying. Like, girl, we heard it. Anyways, whatever. So he props up colorist ideals. Hispanic, Asian men, not really messing with the black man. All right.
Women.
I don't know what's going on.
Gay. Okay, listen.
Sorry. Okay.
Jace.
So what is Jace doing?
Jace was scrolling on TikTok. He saw that Jason was a fine man on TikTok.
Get it. Yep.
200K followers. But then he found out that Jason only fucks with Asian girls, white girls. He doesn't like black skin, dark skin women.
Right. Okay. I'm there.
And acting like black women don't exist. You know the type. Talking about quote unquote preference, but really just hating on his own people. So I guess Jason is black.
Okay.
So I had to humble him real quick. I made a fake page and gave myself a cute little alias, Celine. And I didn't have Step either. I built that page up for 3 whole months. Had posts and engagement, and even got up to 720 followers just to make it look real. And Jason, he ate it up too. People texting, sending hard eyes, telling me he never met a girl like me before. Boy, I'm a figment of your imagination. Everything was going smoothly.
I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm writing my notes down.
Everything was going smoothly until one day I was on Instagram on my main account, just minding my business. In parentheses, we were actually mutual on my main account, in parentheses. Tell me why I see Jason on a whole date with another girl. Let's call her Jane. But this wasn't just a regular date. He took her to the beach. Then to really set the scene, this girl writes his name in the sand like they're in some kind of movie. Parentheses, I low-key wish it was me though. In parentheses. Full government name and all. And he's standing next to it all proud like he just won an award. Y'all, my heart dropped. And I know what y'all are thinking. Boy, why do you care? You're literally catfishing him. But let me be real for a second. Even though I knew we were never going to be a thing, I kind of liked the idea of it. In another world, maybe, but in this world, I was Celine, and he was a damn liar. And what really got me...
What kind of... This is... it's at Barnes & Noble. That's really funny. Okay, all right. Okay, so he was a damn liar. You wanted him.
And what really got me, he had hidden me from his story. Like full on blocked from seeing it. That means he knew he was wrong. He went on this cute little date, let this girl write his name in the sand, and then he came home and immediately hit me up. And when I say immediately, I mean hours later. He was back in my DMs talking freaky like he wasn't just sipping pina coladas with Miss Sand Artist. And then out of nowhere, hit me his dick. Sir, are you okay? Because what was the reason? Now, here's where I really got mad. Because for someone this fine and this tall, you would think he was working with something. Baby, it was small. And I mean small. You can see the video below if you need proof.
What? She did not send us the video. Are you serious?
My whole body cringed. I was expecting a king-size Snickers and got a fun-size Tootsie Roll. At that moment, I knew this was a waste of my time. I was so turned off. I stopped talking to him altogether. Like, no, sir, you can be fine, but if you're going to act like you're God's gift to women and be a liar and be disrespectful to black women and be this confident with that, no. He wasted my time. I still got all the messages for safekeeping, and I plan on contacting him again. And also, Jason has a brother, and he's cute too, so I might catfish him too, just because. Pictures of the girl I use and Jason are below. I sent 3 pics for Jason, and the profile.
This is the
picture
type of
one
this is the type of file I want to see.
is
I
a
need to see
photo.
all the. Well, wait. First of all, before
I'm
y'all
almost
get
done.
home. Oh, sorry.
Um,
Before
yeah,
ooh,
what?
before y'all get homophobic real quick, I don't mean it as in like I want y'all to send me news and stuff. That's not what I was saying. But what I'm saying is that this is a comprehensive manila folder. We have all the material. This is what I need to be judging. I gotta go and find this email real quick and look at the pictures of everything. I gotta make sure that I see the stuff that she was using, how dedicated she was. I need to see all that before I
She
get
was
my judgment.
dedicated.
Anyways, she was. Now continue.
Pictures of the girl and I used in Jason are below. I love this podcast and I have to tell y'all this mess. Can't wait to hear what y'all think. Unapologetically, the catfish queen.
Okay,
Yeah.
so first, let me say my mistake in the beginning. I don't know why. I told you I hear 75% everything, whatever. In the beginning, I assumed that Jace was a boy's name. So that was my bad. I just assumed that. I don't know why. That's why I went with the whole gay thing.
Is a boy.
Okay. So I can't see any profile pictures. No, nothing. I can't see anything. So this is a boy. Okay. This is Jace is a boy, and he was just he was repping for the black women that this guy, Jason, has been being colorist against. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we obviously saw all this stuff happen, and he left receipts in a manila envelope at our doorstep.
Yes,
I just want everyone to know this is how you do it. Okay.
This is very crazy. This is very crazy, and very insane. And I think that Jace. I think that this was a crime. It was a crime of passion, but this was a crime. You were because here's the thing. I don't know. This is a lot. Because one, you were catfishing, so it's automatically a lot, you know. And when I tell you, like, Darius can vouch for me. I see things that are on the internet all the time that really make my blood boil. I see people, I see things. You could have blocked Jason. You could have blocked him. You could have pressed not interested on the TikTok. I don't know about building up an account for 3 months, to then proceed to catfishing. But I get the growing of infatuation, the sadness of realizing that this could never be you, and this would never happen. I get getting into that, but you are going to jail. You are going to jail. I'll let the other judge proceed for a little while, and then I'll say my final words. But this case is pretty locked tight.
You said it's closed. The case is closed.
It's a little close. Maybe this.
I say to the morgue immediately. We're skipping the slammer. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, so here's the thing. So normally this would be something where you would be at the slammer. You would be, right? But I feel like there was too much dedication. This is the crime of passion. This is, like you said, this is a crime of passion and love. And I feel like I have to deduct a few years off of that. Like I got to deduct a few years in the slammer off of that. There was a lot of dedication. I do think that you ate. I think that there was, you spent months in time over this, right? And then also the person, we got to take into consideration who was the victim in this situation. Was it Jason, or was it the black women that he undermines? Yeah. So I was he a worthy victim? I feel like he could have been, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Come to find out, he not even all that in a bag of chips, and we got proof apparently. I'm about to check, and let me go find this email real quick because maybe that'll change what I'm. Have you been looking at the pictures?
I have, and I don't think Tootsie Roll's a little rude.
Okay, so Jace is crazy.
I think Jace is a size queen, apparently.
Size queen is crazy. Okay, I need to start this email so I can look at it real quick. Is that how it works? Can I see it on mine if you start? Y'all, I'm trying to see, not to see that. I want to see the pictures that he was using, like the woman's pictures he was using to catfish, because he said he left those.
This is setting our community back something. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but it's something.
How many years? Okay, I'm gonna decide how many years you're setting back our community by making us tell this story, and that's gonna be your sentence. Because I'm thinking it's quite a lot. Because I know that the girls are going, "What was that?" I am too, though. I'm going, "What was that too?"
Okay, so crazy. What date did he send it? I can just look at that.
March 18th.
Okay, I'll be able to find it. Okay, so while I'm finding this, y'all, just remember, don't ever do this. Don't
Yeah,
ever do that.
we do not
Uh,
condone
we do not condone
this at
any of
all.
this. It's for entertainment purposes only. Tell me why I don't even have an email before the 19th of March. What is going on?
What are you talking about?
My thing
All
is
your
acting
emails were
crazy.
before the
Oh,
19th.
no, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, I see him. Oh, he didn't play. So, okay. So, did you look at the pictures
Yeah.
before you? Okay, so this man is not. Jason don't even look black like that. Can I show his face?
No,
I want to
no,
show
no.
him.
Don't,
We're gonna
don't.
get. We're actually gonna be in a real judge. We're gonna be in a real
We
court,
are.
and they're gonna say, okay. And she ate. As in
I think
Jace. Jace
Celine.
ate. Celine. Sorry. Celine ate. And she's not playing. But also, I would with Jason too.
I would with Jason too. I would with Jason.
I don't know. Where's the Tootsie Roll at? Oop.
Tootsie Roll's crazy. Do you see
Okay,
the Tootsie
sorry.
Roll?
And everyone's like, show us the pictures. Sorry, we can't. No, I didn't. I haven't seen the pic. Is it the videos right here?
Yes,
I'm
the
scared to press
videos.
play.
This
Ugh.
is crazy.
Tootsie Roll was crazy.
Yeah, Tootsie Roll was crazy.
She's a size queen. But oh, that's the second video. Ah,
I
please.
didn't look at it. Oh my god, you're just scaring me.
The second video is a little bit too raunchy.
I
A
didn't look at it.
little
And I'm
bit.
on my family iPad. My mom's gonna get this because I have to
Can you
download it.
stop? Okay. He said don't say his real ad and stuff. Yeah, of course we won't say it. Oh,
Sorry,
did you see the
second
video?
You guys.
It.
Oh my god.
This is how you send a portfolio.
Yeah, this
and
is really a portfolio though. This is crazy.
he did not play. Okay, well, ooh. Ooh. Can I read this DM that the exchange they had?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess so he sent Jace a video, which is Celeste or Celine. Celeste?
Celine.
Are you seeing?
I
Oh,
saw
okay.
this that it said Celeste, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me either. I'm confused. But anyways, whatever. So it says, yeah, Poppy. Poppy. Celeste is definitely about to have some competition. This is Jace saying that to this guy, Jason. And Jason responds, "You're stealing me from her." So apparently this is after the beach day stand thing, I'm assuming. And then Celeste or Celine. What? Celine? Sorry, Celine. Celine. Oh yeah, because Celeste is the other girl. Apparently he likes people that start with C's.
Yeah.
Celine goes, "You think I could? She is pretty, but I think I'm pretty too, so I don't know." Ninito. What does Ninito mean? Ninito.
Ninito's crazy.
And then he responds, "She's fine for sure. You are too, though."
Okay, I think
Nobody's
that's kind of crazy to say.
Nobody's claimed me yet, so still single.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Literally.
Jason, get it together. And I done seen it too. I know what it looked like. I'm all up on your page. I've seen it coughing.
Ew! Don't say coughing. I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, we gotta go.
Guess you'll have to wait and find out, boo. Just arch that ass up for me, Shardy, when you on it. And then Celine.
What?
Said, you weren't reading this other one?
I didn't see that one.
And then
What
Celine
is that one?
One day, Papi, just say the word. Definitely gonna give you the works. And then Jason says, I can show you it real quick if little mama wanna see it. And then she said, I don't think that's a question that needs to be asked.
This is not a soap opera. Why is Jason's not playing? But Jason's not playing. And honestly, I think I don't know. Am I going to jail for lowering his sentence several times after I'm seeing these? I think I changed my mind. Okay. Jace is still going to jail. He's going to the slammer. I'm sorry, Jace. You are still going to the slammer. I got to figure out how long right now. I think that what was done was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that did Jason deserve it? Probably not, to be honest.
I don't think that he did either. But it doesn't seem like Jason is an upstanding citizen.
Right. That's the thing. I think that I got Jace got me in the beginning by saying the whole colorism thing. So I was already like, oh, he deserves whatever he's about to get. But did he deserve this much? I don't know. But then also I want to say, because we did say that Jason was black, this man I would not think was black when I saw him on the street. I would not see him as black at all. I wouldn't even remotely think that he had black in him. Unless, well, one of the pictures I see that he
Remotely?
looks like he could.
It's
One
the one in the mirror.
the mirror pic looks like he has black in him. Everything else, this man literally looks like very Hispanic, like very Poppy. Poppy's crazy. Very, a greenish hazel eye, kind of like
His
Hispanic,
eyes green?
sharp jawline kind of thing. Isn't that hazel? What color is
I
that?
think
I don't
in
know.
the car photo he looks black.
No, I don't think he does. I think he looks mostly Hispanic, and he would have to tell me he's black. If you saw him saying the N word, are you saying something? As I'm saying something.
I don't want anybody in this hue to say the N word.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm
so
going
this
to
man
say
is not
But I would still think that he's giving like Rashida Jones.
okay. Well, oh, but see, that's so weird. Like, there's some pictures where he looks more black than others. It's so weird. Whatever. I've seen every inch of him from
But
head to toe.
this is what's his face? Who's the
Well, he's given it
Who's the insurance killer?
Maljoni. I forgot his name. Luigi.
Mangione. In the picture where he's like he has the Pumas. That's Luigi Mangione.
Can you literally stop? This it is him. He's actually ripped too. I don't know if everybody. We can't show his face or anything. I can show him his body. Can I show him the body? What they said?
No.
Oh my God! Why are you so scared?
Because he has a following, and what if they say? Actually, I've seen, and the gays. You could probably show me a body, and I'd figure it out.
Okay, well then Then you actually need to go to the Slammer if you have to look it up by his abs. You can tell.
I've seen. I can link you to There's a show where they like play. Oh, whose bodies is whose pecs are these? And I saw what's his name? Orville. The gay country.
The popcorn.
What's his face? No, Orville Peck.
I know.
Whatever. He said.
I think I do know you're talking about.
So that's Diplo. That's Nick Jonas. That's Idris Elba. And I was going, oh.
Okay, well, everyone's crazy. Fine. I was just trying to give our audience more visual things, but whatever. That's fine. He doesn't want you to see it, y'all. Anyways, whatever. So, I do think that the man is going to the Slammer. I'm sorry, Jace. You do need to see some time in jail. How many years are you saying this is setting us back?
Well, I'm thinking of the fact that it's kind of perpetuating. First of all, it's literally giving which one of us is going to be the boys. Everybody want to be the girl. Which one of us is going to be the boys? I think that this is also giving like we're like doing a lot with straight men.
Right.
Pretending to be a girl, doing a lot with a straight man. He sent us his unsolicited nudes.
He did do that.
What else? What else did he do?
He got video proof.
For months. He did this for months.
Yeah, but the month thing, he was just building up his portfolio.
I guess.
But it was a crime of passion.
It was a crime of passion. But this isn't even like, I would honestly understand this more if this was like, oh, this was this guy at my school. Like this is somebody, but this is like me scrolling through TikTok and then I see somebody that's a little deranged. That's a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, Jace, you got some explaining to do. And then wait, we glazed over the fact that he said, you know what? If the weather's right tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do it to his brother. Yeah, to the Slammer. I made my decision. I'm sorry, I just remembered that.
Oh my God.
He said if the weather is right tomorrow and the wind is blowing in the right direction, I think I'm gonna do it to his brother.
Yeah, you have to go to jail.
You gotta go to jail.
Sorry.
You gotta go.
I'm glad that you pled guilty. I'm glad that you know it's wrong. And this is very crazy. I guess I do want to update though when you do the brother. Just link me when you get to the brother though. But I will say the proceedings I do sentence you death to all of them.
Oh, okay. So it is the morgue.
Sorry, it is the morgue. I really do think so. I'm really sorry because this is just a little too much.
Now, I just want everyone to know that if the next time we do the Did I Do a Lot episode, you only see one judge and it's me, it's because Malik said he wanted to be CC'd on the email with the brother. And he wanted an even more extensive manila folder.
I'm sorry, if I'm on the case, I need updates of the case. I need new evidence. I need to see what's going on. That's all. I just wanted to be a thorough judge.
We are not condoning this.
No, we are not condoning this. And don't send us people's private pictures. Please.
Yeah, don't. Please.
Um, but
Um,
yeah.
private, yeah, because I don't want to be roped in any kind of real. I'm not trying to go see Judge Toller for real.
Me either. I do not want to see Judge Tola.
So don't make it a habit. But anyway, so yeah, you're going
Maybe
to jail.
every once in a while.
My verdict is gonna be, he said the morgue. I'm gonna say I'm actually gonna give you a real 15 years in the slammer, and you also have you got about 2 weeks in solitary confinement. Sorry,
Yeah,
just for the brother alone. Just for the brother alone.
But thank you, Jace. Thank you for reaching out to
Thank
us.
you so much.
I appreciate you watching. This was a very, very interesting story. I love the way your storytelling really flowed. This was a very interesting read.
So now let's connect both the stories together to wrap this up. So do you think Jason has a fish stench?
Oh, because Jason, was he uncut?
No, Jason's cut.
Okay.
This is too much. This is too much.
I don't know. Jason, to me, I hope doesn't have a stench, but also for some reason, I feel like people that look like this have a stench.
Really?
I don't know why. Like, I just feel like
is this? I don't know. No, that's.
And
I don't know.
Clothes on his floor right now.
Maybe.
I don't know.
He said he has. How do you see his clothes on his floor? I don't see no.
No,
clothes.
I'm saying he probably does have.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he has a stench.
Wears a lot of cologne.
Yeah, it's Axe, to be specific.
It's Axe.
And he thought, or maybe Old Spice. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would say that's actually so funny, and I'm looking at his TikTok. Whatever. All right. Well, he's a little bit older than us. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Not that low, though.
Yeah, not. All right. Okay. Well, let's end it here. We gave enough sentences out today. I don't get paid enough for this
At all.
Reading these stories. This is crazy.
This is. But for real, you guys, please send us more emails if you want to be featured in an episode, if you want to be talked about, if you want to send us everything, send us the hot goss, send us the stories, send us did you do a lot, send us anything. Our email's open. It's in the link in the description.
Yep.
Yeah.
jokespod@gmail.com. Now make sure that you're giving us, this is the standard I want to set, not the standard of sending people's private parts. Okay, let me make that clear. I don't want to see a real judge in real life. Like, I want to keep on saying that. Okay? But I do want to make sure that you guys are sending things that are juicy, that are entertaining. We picked 2 great stories that obviously are going to get a couple laughs and things like that and are very juicy. You know, don't send us about how you went out and you gardened in your backyard. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I would love to read it on my free time, but for a video, we want to make sure that we have the stuff that's gonna gag the girls. And we got that. All right? And also make sure that you're detailed. We don't always have to show the we're not going to show your like the images you send or whatever in like a story like this, but we also do want to see, like, this to me helped me able to see what he looks like. I wanted to see if he was actually black to me or whatever, right? Those things I want to find out while I'm doing my judgment, you know, so I can get more of a better picture. So,
and also please let us know if it's like, oh, don't say my name, say my name.
Right. Let us know. In the beginning.
I said both of my people's names and I don't know what's gonna happen. And then also hello? Am I still here?
What? Yeah, you're still here, but it says it froze again.
Oh, sorry. My computer went to sleep. I don't know why.
Well, this better not be crazy.
No, it's still doing it. Anyways, I was just gonna also say, if we didn't read your email, that doesn't mean we're never gonna read your email. We're still gonna like go through the emails too. We just only picked these for this time.
We're jumping around. Yeah. And if you sent us topic emails, some of those topic emails were out of date now. So like that's different. But if you're sending us a did I do a lot, make sure you put like a did I do a lot in parentheses at the end of your title. Make sure the title's catchy, like we said, and then say did I do a lot, so we know to put that in that area so we can read them through. But just because we haven't read your thing in this episode doesn't mean we're not going to get to it, even if it was before these ones that we just talked about. Yeah. All right. I think we're at the end of this video. We got any housekeeping to do?
Yeah, a lot. And one more thing about the email. I saw this in another podcast and we're gonna steal their thing. I want you to put in your emails we're gonna do a threat level. Okay, so you need to do a threat level, like threat level 10, threat level 1, 2, so we can know, like, if this is just a topic, like the threat level is 1. Okay, put that in the subject. I don't need to
Right.
I'm gonna look at it, but I don't need to like be like, okay, I'm looking for an email to read. If you're
Right, for a video.
if you're Jace, threat level 10, please.
Yes.
So yeah,
Jace
so
is
do
threat
that
level
in
10
the
immediately.
subject.
10 is the worst, and 1 is very mild. All right. Okay, make sure you are like, commenting, and subscribing. I need everybody right now to pause this video and go down to the subscribe button. And after you click subscribe, which you should have already done, I need to make sure that your post notifications are turned to all. Make sure you're turning them on because our content is about to ramp up and it's about to be for the girls, okay? And you want to be there or you will be square because you will
not be around.
You will not be around for real. You will not be around because YouTube likes to play games sometimes. And I want to make sure that you guys are here because it's going to be juicy. If you want more stories like this, you want to hear, did I do a lot? You're going to want to make sure you're there for that. So turn on your post notifications, like this video, comment on this video on YouTube. If you are on Spotify or Apple Music or any other podcasting platform, rate us, rate us, rate us. We want to make sure that we're hearing the voices of the people and what you guys want to see and what you hear and what you like. Okay? That being said, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, actually, speaking of the ratings, I just want to read one really quick rating because it was so nice. And see, like, if you guys leave ratings, maybe we'll read them. But this person said, I can't believe we had to wait this long for such a work of art. I love your guys' dynamic, and you keep me laughing through the episode while also keeping me grounded and helping me, parentheses, a 30-year-old white woman, stay aware of queer BIPOC experience in America right now. It's all laughs with a little literature, and I love it. That's so nice. See, like,
that is very nice.
These reviews, you guys.
See, that was a very nice comment. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know some other people that would be acting crazy, but it's based off the stuff that we talk about. But it's nice to know that there are normal people, that we're talking to actual people with sane minds and brains. And we appreciate you saying that this is a, what did she say? What did she say? A work of art, or what did she say? Something in the beginning.
Yeah, she said it's a work of art.
Thank you. I appreciate that specifically. That was very nice
Melissa.
of you to say. Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. Now, everybody leave a review like Melissa and let us know what you think, whether it be in the comments. You can leave a review in the comments if you want to, but I would do it on Spotify if it's 5 stars and up. Anyways, all right. See you guys next time with another video.
Bye.
Peace out.